This is Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app on your smart speaker and on 88 to 91 FM.
We're the BBC News at 10 o'clock. This is Jason Kay. The RMT union and the government have blamed each other for failing to prevent the biggest rail strike in decades. Tens of thousands of workers will walk out tomorrow, Thursday and Saturday in a dispute about pay, working conditions and proposed job cuts. Gary Thomas from Hereford needs to travel for cancer treatment, but he's worried he won't be able to make it to his appointment.
I'm going to be forced to drive to get to my hospital appointment, and there's no guarantee that the consultant will be there when I get there. So I'm thinking, well, do I drive and leave at some crazy hour in the morning, or do I go the night before and spend money on a hotel? And what if the consultant doesn't turn up?
2 people have been killed in a helicopter crash on the edge of the Yorkshire Dales. The pair have not been named, but North Yorkshire Police said no one else was on board. The president of World Athletics has hinted that his sport could ban transgender women from elite female competitions. Yesterday, swimming's governing body FINA voted to bar trans athletes if they've gone through any part of the process of male puberty. Lord Coe said his priority was inclusion and fairness.
When push comes to shove, if it's a judgment between inclusion and fairness, we will always fall down on the side of fairness. That, for me, is absolutely, it's non-negotiable. And the integrity of women's sport is really, really important here. We can't have a generation of young girls thinking there is not a future for them in the sport.
Channel 4 has apologised after an investigation found that a prolonged outage of its subtitles last year breached the terms of its broadcast licence. The report by the industry watchdog Ofcom said the channel had failed to effectively communicate with its audiences. Channel 4 said it was disappointed with the decision. In football, Ryan Giggs has stepped down as the manager of Wales. The former Manchester United winger said he didn't want his upcoming trial for assaulting his ex-girlfriend to overshadow the team's preparations for this winter's World Cup in Qatar. Giggs' assistant, Robert Page, has been leading the side since he was arrested in November 2020. A floating restaurant that was once a famous Hong Kong landmark has sunk days after it was towed away from the harbour where it was run for nearly 50 years. The Jumbo restaurant capsized in the South China Sea while on its way to an undisclosed location. Steve Jackson reports.
The Jumbo floating restaurant was one of Hong Kong's best-known landmarks and a must-see for many visitors for 46 years. It closed in 2020 as diners turned